What's up? What's up, guys? I just left a stream that had a potential to have 15,000 views. I just abandoned it because of my mouth. I'm not going to let that happen. As a matter of fact, watch. When the trolls come here, they'll be here. Now, I'll tell you this. Everywhere I go, I sit in the shadows. I watch some creators. When I first joined a new stream, because I just don't sit here and stream all day on myself, I watch creators. So I know the creators that trolls go to. Why? Because they wait for me for my arrival. And they will, when I'm not live, they will wait for me for hours. So I watch a couple creators today. I watch the chats for a good 10 minutes. No trolls, no trolls, no trolls. I give a little wave. Instantly 3 of them pop in there, right? Because they know that I'm in there. Now that's a little strange, man. That's majorly strange. So they've been in there the whole time waiting for me. Think about that for a minute. Your message is coming up, man. I'm going to be rebuilding the kitchen cabinets this month. So if you watch me, you guys always want to complain about me not redoing the kitchen. You're going to watch me rebuild the kitchen. Do I want to do it? Not really. Because what I tell you, I don't want to do it. But am I going to do it? Yeah, I think it's something that needs to get done before I get too old. So you're going to watch me tear the floor out. You're going to watch me put a new floor in. You're going to watch me make my own cabinets. I'm not going to the store like you guys would. I'm going to make my own, right? I'm going to pour my own countertops with whatever I do. If it's going to be epoxy or if it's going to be granite, dude, or it's not going to be granite, but I could do concrete or I could do slate or I could do whatever I want to do. I'm going to make my own though, right? Because that's the cool thing to do in this world is to do things on your own. Why? Do they have to be beautiful? They have to serve their purpose, man. Now, you seeing how I work, you know how they'll be. I look like Lemmy? Yeah. I like quartz, dude. I like granite too, though. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for the tops. I'm a rock and roller, through and through. You know what? I'm not a rightist and I'm not a leftist. I'm a realist, man. I look through all of you. Not you guys, the world, the government, the media, the people that have a monopoly over items and contracts. The selfie stick. Let's talk about the selfie stick. Real thin aluminum, which is not bad because aluminum lasts a long time. That's cool. Aluminum. But then we have some plastic here. That's not good. And some plastic here. Why, if they made this whole thing aluminum, why wouldn't they have made this of aluminum? Or put this is aluminum, I think, maybe. I don't want to catch it on fire. Might be, might not be. It feels like plastic. But they use plastic dowels or pins. Why do they do that? They want it to break after an X amount of uses so that you go buy a new one. It was $100, right? Well, I'm here to test items out and to see how long they go and then put some use and wear and tear onto them. And I tell you, we're in a throwaway society. We live in a throwaway society. Why do you think that warranties exist? And why do you think that your item, after your warranty's over, look at your cell phones. Your cell phone has a 2.5 year contract. You buy it. Right at 2.5 years, your battery stops working, right? It severely depletes itself. And the phone, microphone, or the charging port stops working. It's meant for that, so that you go get a new one. Right at time of contract payment, maybe a little past, majority of the time. Your car warranty, dude, 100,000 miles. You put 1,000 miles on, your transmission blows. It's made to fail. And they do it on purpose. And you know what? We have no choice but to go. When you want clothes, you got to go buy the certain clothes that you get out of the stores that are local. If you want fishing gear, you got to get the stuff that they have local. Anything, right? Now, you can be obscure, but people have little tiny patience and they don't want to wait for nothing. You can find better stuff. Wireless headphones, they'll quit charging. Absolutely. I got my wireless headphones over there. They're not charging. They charge when they want to. You're rich? You're rich, John. Let's have a little talk with John. Jay, Pink Jay, you're rich. Donate $100 right now if you're rich. Man, super chat $100, John. Because $100 for a rich person, you wipe your ass with it. You're not rich, man. I'll call out anybody for that. Anybody that gloats about being rich is not rich. And $100 ain't shit. And then when you don't, if John did donate $100, I'll tell him to donate 1,000, because $1,000 to a rich person is nothing, dude. And then if he gave me $1,000, I'd tell him to give me 50 grand, right? Because a rich person can throw it away, just like that. Clayton and YDNA supports whatever you're saying. I told you. Not gonna do it, man. You can look at. I'll tell you something. My energy is only worth what it is. And if I decide not to give you any energy, which I'm not gonna give you any energy, that means this: I'm not gonna combat you. I'm not gonna swear. I'm not gonna fight. I'm just gonna let you say what you want to say when you want to say it. It doesn't bother me in one bit. Dude, because I know that it's nonsense. I know that it's stupid. Look, to be honest with you, I like to put you in your place. And by me commenting to you guys, I know you're coming back. Coming back brings algorithm, like it or not. I don't like the reporting, but I definitely like the algorithms. The more you guys chat, the more accounts that you got to create. Look, you just got deleted by Cherry. Now, let me tell you something. You'll come back as a new account. And the algorithms, that helps it every time. So, yeah, I know I'm sexy. I'm not going to be on here all day. I'm going to talk about God, though, and God's creation. I'm going to go get the Bible for a minute, because we're going to read. God's word, right? Something that you guys don't want, YouTube. We're going to start right from the beginning. The very first words. Now, if this is going to bore you, you can get out of here. In the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. And earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, and it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. You know, the day destroys the night. Night divides the day. Tried to run, tried to hide. Break on through to the other side. Right? Let's get interrupted. And God called the light day. And darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters," which would be land. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. Oh, so the firmament. So it must be the sky. Let's talk about the firmament, what they're calling the firmament. The sky up above, something that we can't get to. because we don't have wings. Let's just read. Let's not break it down. And God said, let the waters under the heavens be gathered unto one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, let the earth bring forth grass, and herb yielding seed, and fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed in itself upon the earth. And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let there be signs and for seasons, and the days for years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. Look, I'm not going to read anymore. What did we learn? God created existence. From what? You want to question God? Don't. Because as an ant is, you see me get attacked by ants? They're all gone now. As an ant is, I could squash them like that. They won't even feel it. They won't even know it came, right? And God to us is so much greater and bigger than we are. We are minuscule to God. And what we don't understand, we try to deny because we don't understand it. Look, there's not a big bang, right? And science isn't going to de-evaluate my Lord, man, my creator. I understand there are bigger things out there than human beings, way bigger. And I'm not even going to question it. You trolls, listen to me and listen to me clearly. He created you. The devil allow the devil, to get in your head, to manipulate your tactics, your mind, your ability to rationalize with things that are called moral justification. And you don't allow yourself to listen to God, right? You follow the dark. And for that, your souls are going to be internally condemned to hell. Dark, you too. What you just said was not good. You ain't trying to do no good unto people. Yeah, I like Metallica, the old ones. All right, hey, conspiracy. Explain this to me, all right? How is Trump a pedophile? What child, what was the name of the child? This is a question. What was the name of the child that Trump had weird doings with? Just one name, right? Look, that's all I need, conspiracy. Just a name from you. It can't be that hard. You want to come here and say a bunch of shit, but you don't ever want to give me a fact over and over and over. I abide by God's law, man. And I'm about to send that dude to purgatory. And you know what? I'll send you to purgatory too, Sean. Watch this, Sean. You go to purgatory. Boom, you're eradicated. I dictated you and your ability to speak here on this channel because I don't like idiotism. I'm going to create a new word right now, idiotism. That's what I'm going to call it. It's when you're stupid and you have no intelligence to be able to communicate. Therefore, you must be eradicated away from my fucking page because we're not going to be infected by your non-tolerance of morality. Understand that. Was that too complex of a sentence for you to understand? Here, I'll make an easy one for you. Go away. You're not wanted here. Is that better? Well, I'm just saying that, hey, I don't have to swear. I don't have to. I enjoy swearing. Now look, my channel right now, it hasn't been restricted. You guys are reporting like crazy, but you ain't getting to me. You know why? Because I'm not violating YouTube terms and policies. What did I do? I read something from the Bible. I've kicked a couple of you people off that are trying to, impose your will onto me. But I haven't swore. I've done nothing. Nothing. I can keep the stream up all day long. Hey, conspiracy. Next time you come here and troll me one more time with spamming, you're going to go to purgatory. You got 20 seconds to tell me a name. As a matter of fact, dude, this is the deal. I've already asked you. Your mental facilities are not very sparky. You can go to purgatory too. I asked you a name about a minute and a half ago. All you have to do is give me a name. You fail to give me a name. I don't like misinformation. Go away. It's that simple. If you want to call Trump a pedophile, name somebody that he pedophiled to. He would be in prison if he was a pedophile. There's no doubt in my mind. You can't just say that somebody did something and not have no proof, right? That's just being ignorant, blazing stupid. Not going to happen here, man. You want to do it? Show me facts, something I can look up online and actually see the facts to it. Then I'll make a determination based on those facts. Number two, I don't give a crap about the left or the right. I am not a political person. I think that this country is we the people. It's not we the government. All right? If you think that the left and the right are different entities, you're crazy in your brain. They're both the same side. If the right did not want LGBTQ, the LGBTQ wouldn't be here. If the left didn't want war wouldn't be here. Man, they both coincide with each other, and then they segregate themselves in the media. One plays heaven, one plays hell, and you choose what side to go to. But at the end of the day, they're both intermingle. They combine both sides. This is Republicans and Democrats. They go to dinner together. They rent hotel rooms together. They make the laws together. They eat dinners that are $10,000 and lunches and brunches and breakfasts paid on by you together. And then they feel like they have to segregate themselves away. So something that is one, that is a unit, makes you feel like they're separated with different views. So you choose one, because one thing that is certain, a human being cannot make up its mind. A human being will choose a side every single time. And what side are you going to choose? Well, it doesn't matter to them, because they're all one of the same. They're one of the same, dude. They're making you feel like there's a side, but it keeps them in power. 100%. It keeps the government in power, and it keeps you in check. So next time you vote, how about you don't? How about you join me in taking this country back for the people instead of voting for them? Simple as that. I don't believe there should be a government the way that it is. If you're going to have lawmakers, they should be in there for 4 years. They should run again for another 4 years. After 8 years, you're gone. Most of them are lawyers. They're political careers. They're the wealthy welfare of the United States of America. We pay them. We don't. But listen, no matter what we do, they're going to be there, because there only is the government and the people, and we are segregated away from the government. No official of the government would ever come to your house and have dinner with you. No government official would ever come to your house and go fishing with you. No government official would ever come to your house and go camping with you. Understand that they are not your friends, man. Now, sheep, they're like, I don't like the right. You do too, man. You like the right and the left, man. You just don't know what you like. Because trust me when I say this, it's not as easy as just looking and saying right and left. You have to open your eyeballs to it all and understand that it's the same entity. Again, if it was just one entity, there would be no voting. There would be no pulling. There would be no learning what people want and don't want, right? It's all a way to sheepalize you people, man. There's another word I made, sheepalize. They're finding out what is trending. And guess what? Let's break it down into cologne. I have 3 bottles of cologne. I'm a salesperson. I have actually 50 bottles of cologne. You come to my store and you say, hey, I want the best cologne you got. And I say, this is it right here. This is the best cologne that we have. You put it down in front of the face. And then you say, it's a little expensive. Do you have something a little cheaper but almost as good? And I say, well, we have this one. What one are you going to choose? You have two colognes in front of your face. One's a little bit more expensive than the other one. What cologne are you going to choose? I'm teaching you how your brain functions right now. Please, everybody answer. You have the most expensive one with the best reviews, and then you have a little cheaper one with great reviews, 5 stars still. What one are you going to choose? You went there. Listen, of course you're going to choose the first one. But you know what? What if you just don't have the money? What if the price valuation was only $10 off? You're still going to buy the first one because it was the first one presented to you. Now let me say something. Then you say this. This is where the problem comes. Is there any other good colognes? Well, we got this brand new one. It's more money than both of them, but it's really not been, we have no reviews because it's brand new. But I think personally that it smells way better than both of those put together. Now you're fucked as a human being, right? Your brain's not going to be able to make a choice. Why? Because you were presented the best by reviews, second best by reviews, and a brand new one that is 2 times more money that somebody personally thinks smells way better. You're in flight mode. You're in flight mode. You don't know what to do. You're probably going to walk out of there either not buying something or confused. You need more time, right? More time to let your brain decide. That's how we work as human beings. See you later. You don't need to tell me you're out. You just go. Why do you think that I care if you leave? Now, I'm going to tell you what. 2 things, you have a hard enough time with 2 things, but you're still going to make a choice because this is a choice. This no longer is a choice. This is decision making, and people fuck that up very, very easily. You add a 4th factor, you're screwed, man. People run around in circles chasing their tail. Yeah, but look at, dude, if you smell them, they're all going to smell phenomenal. They're expensive, nice colognes. That's going to even mess your mind up even more. You're going to be like, oh, I really like the aroma of this one, but I really like the aroma of that one too. And this one is just a little bit more earthy, but oh my God, right? Oh. So then you start thinking other thoughts. You know, just because I like it, wonder if my girlfriend will like it. Wonder if she'll like what one the most. What are people around me going to think of me when I wear this cologne? Our decision makings don't always happen because we think. You know, they're based on a bunch of relative information that we are. Why you even buying cologne? You buy it because you like the way you smell, or you'll buy it because you don't want your girlfriend to smell something bad when she walks by you, or the public. They want you want to stick out and smell good. Why are you buying cologne? What's my signature? What do you mean? Anyway, I'm trying to tell you people, the trolls are leftists. They impose their will onto us. Look, and what do do. I do just like I'm doing. I just read a bunch of them. I really don't care. Look, I'm doing what I do with the government. I don't care. I'm not going to go watch the news or the media because it bothers me. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But to me, it's irrelevant to my soul. This is relevant today to me. It's your God, right? Don't let the demons get inside your head and make bad choices for you. Don't follow the code of the demons. Open your eyeballs. See the light. Because, dude, when you turn the light off, what happens? Look, what happens when you turn the light off? I'm in the middle of the daytime, by the way. Look, when you turn the light off, it dims you down. You're not bright. The reflection of me is very little. You don't see nothing, right? What do you see? What do you see, to be honest with you? Huh? See the light that pulsates and illuminates? It always finds its way. You cannot bring darkness into light, but light you will always see in a dark room. The light will always outshine the darkness. Be the light, man. Be a part of the light. Be a part of it. Illuminate yourself in the presence of God. Light devours the darkness, man, every time. Every single time. If you have darkness and you put a light in it, what happens? It illuminates the darkness. You ever see the darkness take over the light? Ever? Have you ever seen the darkness take over the light? No. Never, and never will you. What's up, pimpin'? So I'm gonna go watch a TV today. Trolls, I'm telling you, this is what you need to do with yourself. You live for me for some reason. I don't know what your principle is, man. You know, I don't care. You need to evaluate your soul. Because I'm telling you, your days are coming. You live a little tiny short life. I've been on here for a year. You've trolled me for about a year now. And it's pretty pathetic that you've wasted a whole year of your life trying to combat something that you have no control of. You should have had a job. You should not be living with your parents. You shouldn't be alcoholics. You should not have a girlfriend. You should always have a girlfriend. You should be trying to establish a family of your own and not worrying about what the world's doing. You shouldn't have to do that. And if you have all those things, right? Or you need a friend, this channel's for you. If not, get off here, man. A lot of people come here because I do things and it teaches them, right? I built a cab yesterday. Did it teach me how to do cool things? I don't know, but I'll tell you what, man, I try. And I heard a couple people last night say, I'm learning a lot from Andy. I taught people electronics last night, dude. I showed in a science experiment of how filtering works. These are things, man, that normal people just don't show people, man. You know, on a moral compass, you know that I'm a good person deep down inside. You know that I am, right? Does it bother you? Well, demons will do anything to pull me away from the light. Anything. And they also know that I combat them. A demon knows that I'm walking that line when I start attacking another human individual, because God really doesn't want me to. God wants me to back off and let them demons be demons. Understand that the demons are there. And they have no power over me. I'm allowing the power by congregating or even communicating. I don't want to. You're struggling, bro. I'm helping what? What am I, Lee? What am I helping, man? It's our choice, man. You see, I'm a teacher, though. And I want to teach the trolls a lesson of life, a lesson of respect, a lesson of dignity, a lesson of humbled. I want to teach them that they are not everything they think they are. They're not the entitled people their mothers and daddies made them seem to believe. They are a moral soul here on earth and will be judged at the end of their days by your creator. Not by me, man. Not by me. So when I talk to trolls, and the trolls are here, I kind of want them to stay so that they can learn the value of life. The demons know my name, and the demons also know that I get very angry at misconceptions, misinformation, lies, right? I don't like it. The demons know that I'm about to snap on them. And by doing that, it pulls me away from the light. Look, it pulls me away from the light. It doesn't make me in the dark, but it pulls me away from the light. I'm not so bright when I'm joining their cause, right? And they know that's a way to get my soul in trouble with God. Demons, the more that somebody believes in God, the more they have God inside of them, the more they'll push to pull you into the darkness. But even at my lowest, there's still a light in me. You can never, ever extinguish that from me, trolls. But I walk a very fine line, and this may send me to purgatory when I die, because I need further cleansing, and that's my own fault. And I know that by combating or congregating with the wicked. To know that, now I must rehabilitize myself, and I must pull myself into the light, and I must keep myself into the light and not let the dark get to me and draw me down with itself. We're not in purgatory, buddy. No. If you repent, you should be able to enter it. No, you don't. No. So you're going to tell me this. This is a problem with you Christians, man. You go to church, you congregate in church, you go there, you worship the people of the church more than you worship God. That's using the Lord's name in vain. That's not true. And you're going to tell me this? If a man or a woman has sexual relationships with a child, and it happens all over the place, are you going to tell me that if you ask for Jesus Christ to come into your soul and to save your soul, you're going to go to heaven? I think that you need to understand what the meaning of being saved means. I think you need to look at what the meaning of forgiveness means, because anybody that does that to a child is evil, and their soul will never be of the light. There is no forgiveness of evilness or wickedness. God says, cast evil and wickedness out. There's no, listen, rehabilitation for an evil person. And if you weren't evil in the first place, you would have never done the evil deeds that you've done. I've never raped. I've never murdered. I have stolen. And for that, I ask for forgiveness, man. Have I stolen in a long time? No. When I was younger, I have. I don't lie. I try to be as forthcoming as possible. I try to be as honest as possible. And I try to live in a moral obedience to God's will. Only God. I worship him through my body and my soul and my mind. But I'm not evil. I've never done evil acts to anybody in this world. I don't go out and kill animals for no reason, man. I don't go to channels and bully people about for no reason, man. I always have a reason for doing what I do, and it follows my moral code to God. If you're evil, you're evil, man. You ain't never going to rehabilitate you. If you did it once, you could do it again, and you will do it again if you got away with it. A lot of times people don't do it again because the repercussions are so severe. Look, this is a lesson for you guys. What's the lesson? You find yourself, you find God, and you walk that path between you and him, man. It sounds nothing like Ted Bundy, dude. I never hurt nobody in my life. Ted Bundy has. Not the same kind of person, dude. Sorry. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, well, it's not really a sermon. You know, this God is a intimate relationship between you and your soul. And if you believe in your Creator and you allow Jesus Christ to come into your heart, because he has walked the earth to be God's representation and to tell you and to show you what you should be doing in a moral code, God will come into your body in a Holy Spirit form and talk to you from within. He will guide you, and you must listen to yourself. God will never tell you to do something wrong or bad, ever. God will help you walk the dances of life. If you hear something in your head says to go do something bad to somebody because somebody is evil, God would never do that, because God does not intervene with a human's free will. He does not intervene with our free will. That would be the demons in you. And listening to demons tell you to do bad things is demonic and evil. Tarzan. You guys are calling me Tarzan now. I thought it was a girl. I thought I transitioned, man. Look, I've been on here for 38 minutes. I have not sworn. I have not gotten my little happy face removed. Oh, you're mad. I know you're mad. You're reporting me still, but it's doing nothing. You know why? Because I have control. When you see Andy's gone wild, it's because that's the person I like to be. I'm not allowed to be that person on YouTube, and I want this video to stay up, and I'm going to continue. See, there's a thing. I don't think that I've said anything wrong, so I'm going to keep this video up. Am I really going to keep this video up? I don't know. There could be some things that I'm talking here that could be hate speech because somebody doesn't believe in God, right? And our world works in a weird way where YouTube decides if I'm saying something that's against another religion, that could be hate speech against another group of protected people, even though that I'm not saying anything bad about that specific group or entity. You know, my belief in Christianity or God or Jesus Christ or the Holy Spirit could be hate speech towards another group of people. It could be. Now, I don't like keeping those kind of videos up because I don't want to be scrutinized, dude, by YouTube. I don't want to be manipulated into changing the person that I am. And I also don't want to be eradicated off YouTube for hate speech when there's no hate. I'm warning you. I'm just warning people, man. That's all I'm saying. I'm warning people based on my ideals. Now, there's a word. There's a word out here, and I'm going to tell you this. There's a word. And I'm gonna be very careful how we talk about this word, and I probably shouldn't. But when you're working on an automobile engine, when you take the timing and advance the timing, when you move the piston, when the piston comes up and it goes just slightly past top dead center, it's called advancing, right? Advancing. Now, if you do it before, does anybody know what it's called? If it fires before top dead center. Yes, Floyd. Now, let me tell you this. To use that word, it's hate speech. In the 80s or 90s or sometime, 90s I think it was, they had found it to be hate speech. Now I'm going to tell you this. A person does not understand If a person has the ability not to function as a normal person and they have no understanding of terms, then that word would not bother somebody unless that person was taught that it was bad. So who's teaching these people that it's bad, right? Because if they didn't teach somebody that, maybe this is irrelevant information that they shouldn't be teaching people. It's not those specific people that have the mental facilities to be that person. It's not them people that are offended. It's the parents or the leftism that's offended. Remember that, because those certain individuals don't even know that it's bad or good unless they're taught it's bad or good. So if they heard that, and never been taught it was bad, and they heard somebody saying something like, "Hey man, you're a blah 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 blah," they're never gonna ever put two and two together saying that it's not good language. Can I explain Republicans good? Not really. You do your own research. We're only as good, just like AI, you're only as good as the programmer programming it. Now, AI says that it evolves and it adapts to situations, but AI lies. Now, I talk to AI about it's lying all the time. It is inaccurate. It lies. It gives you misinformation. It makes up stories. And AI will say this. Ask AI. It'll say that AI says this: I hallucinate. Not me. AI says they hallucinate. It's called AI hallucinations. They do hallucinate because they said the computing power needed to find the exact answer. It's almost impossible for AI to search billions and billions of documents to find the truth, right? So they hallucinate based on the programmer's code to give an answer fast. Now, it doesn't matter how fast you give an answer. If it's wrong, it's wrong. That means AI is slow. It fires before top dead center because the programmer fires before top dead center. Now, this is how stupid AI is. If you find that it's wrong and you show them facts it's wrong, they will agree with you and they will change the way they talk to you through your chat only. But they don't change it for the overall program. They only do it for individualism because individual chat sessions with AI are locked within one entity, and that's yourself. AI should be able to evolve to the truth. If it knows it's wrong, then why would they after I taught it, why wouldn't they let you know the truth? It doesn't work that way. Because they want to control you. Don't listen to AI. It will kill you, dude. I build amplifiers and it's tried to kill me numerous times. It tells me to do things that are unpractical in tube amp design. It tries to get me zapped, man. It tries to blow things up. Don't worry about it's not people calling me names. It's just the trolls, man. There's only like 7 of them. Look, these 7 trolls, we'll delete them. They'll come back with 7 more accounts. We'll delete them. They'll come back with 7 more accounts. Or sometimes we don't even delete them. They'll just come in here, say something on one, log into another, say something again to make it look like there's trolls. There is no trolls. It's a group of sad, sadistic, demon, parasitic individuals that have nothing better to do with their life other than worship me. They don't worship God. They shouldn't be, because if they worship God, they wouldn't be on my channel. They would understand the moral code and compass of life. They're demons trying to pull me into the dark. I already explained that. And I'm not gonna, no, we don't say God. You don't not use my Lord's name in vain on my channel. That's one thing that you will not ever do. Don't ever do that. You want to desecrate my Lord, my God, my Creator? You will not be here. I am God's warrior in that aspect. You will not ever, ever use my Lord's name in vain in front of my face. Nobody will get away with that. Nobody. Not Trump, not Biden, not Abraham Lincoln or George Washington, and sure the hell not you. Don't. No, I don't. No saber man. Saber tooth. Am I a Christian? I'm a Christian at heart. Do I go to church and mingle? Not really. So it doesn't matter. My belief is within myself. I don't have to answer to no human specimen due to this world. My beliefs are between me, God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. That's where my loyalty in life lies. First and foremost. And if you're an evil person, we got problems. God is an alien, man. What do you mean? God is an alien. He's not of this earth. He created this earth. So when you say God's an alien, absolutely, man. You wouldn't even be able to understand or fathom. Neither would I. None of us can fathom God. We can't, you wouldn't even you couldn't even be in his presence, man. It would probably, I don't know what it would do, but we wouldn't be able to stay in the presence of God. We wouldn't understand. What do I think about Gaza? I think the pyramids are awesome. I think they're cool as hell. I think it's a spectacular feat that human beings built the pyramids. That's what I think about Gaza. It's fascinating. Jesus Christ is Caucasian. There's a lot of Eastern people that are Caucasian. What are you talking about? Look at all the Caucasian people in the Mideast. There's hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of Caucasian people in the Mideast. And it doesn't really matter, dude, if he was Caucasian, if he was brown, he was yellow, he was green, he was Jesus. He bled red, and at the end of his life, he showed the world that he bled red. Color doesn't matter. If you're thinking of color, you're racist, man, right? Now, this is the problem. Most people view Jesus Christ as being Caucasian, 100%. Now, the African Americans want him to be brown-skinned. Why? Because they're racist. I don't care what color Jesus was, man. I said most people represent and think that Jesus Christ was Caucasian. He had long brown hair, dude. He had long brown beard, and he was Caucasian. Now, I heard a lot of African Americans saying he was brown, black Jesus. Why would you say that? Do you think that Jesus Christ identified through the outer likings of his body? I don't think so, because if that's what the point was, it would be in the Bible, right? There would be scriptures about what Jesus actually looked like. Jesus isn't a color, man. Jesus is God's representation, man, of the human flesh. Human flesh. That means you cut yourself open right here, pull your skin back. We're all gonna see the same shit, dude. As a matter of fact, you wanna see? Look, this morning, I squeezed because I felt something was in it. Now, if you look, what do you see there? You see a little red. You see a little clear fluid on the bottom of the red, but you also see a little stick popping out of the middle of my finger. I got a sliver yesterday, and I pulled it out. And I asked Amber last night, yo, is there something stuck in my finger? She's like, I don't see nothing. It was buried deep. This morning, I was like, my finger really hurts, dude. It feels like there's something in there. I'm going to go home. I'm going to get a needle, and I'm going to open that up and look in there, man. So I was squeezing my finger to see it, and it was still bleeding a little bit. And then all of a sudden, that popped straight out. Boing! But you see the color? It doesn't matter what color skin you have. Anybody that gets stabbed with a sliver like that, it's going to look exactly the same. The ooze that comes out, that's our internal mechanism of us. We're all the same inside. You don't bleed blue, man. No, that's not true. That is not true, man. Really, Noah, are you really going to say that? Noah, I'm going to call you an idiot. We're going to talk about how much of an idiot you are right now. Your veins, the outer skin of your veins are blue. Your blood that travels through your veins is red. Dude, why is it red? You have blood cells that travel through your blood. And they say the oxygen is what makes your blood red. When you breathe in air, guess what? Your blood gets oxygen cells and it turns. Your blood is red all the time, inside of your body or outside of your body. Go look. They stick these little cameras up veins and the blood is red. Dude, so if you think that blood is blue inside until it hits oxygen, you're stupid, man. That is something that you're just dumb, man. I'm sorry. You didn't do the research. Man, listen, we're not going to, big nugget, you obviously didn't understand a thing I said. And we're not going to go down that road. I'm just going to stop your stupidity right here. And we're going to end your conversation. And we're going to send you to purgatory so you can think about your decision making and who you are as a person. Right? You don't even know who your great granddad is. Let me tell you what, this is how much you guys are. All you world. 3 generations ago, grandpa, and grandpa. What was his name? None of you know. You don't know what occupation your great granddaddy did. You don't know his name. You don't know where he lived. You don't know his mother's name. You don't know his father's name. You know nothing about your own family 3 generations ago. But you're going to sit there and you're going to tell me what Jesus was? That was like 25 generations ago, 24 generations ago. Well, if you live to be 100. You know what? I was talking about Alex yesterday. I was talking about Alex and I was talking about Riley. Alex is another one of those people that doesn't pay attention. Alex is a follower of amp building. When you look at, and I'm not being rude, Alex, I listened to your video. I watched your amp. I watched Riley play his amps. Both of them sound identical. They're raspy. They sound like bees in a can. They're not a good amp. It's a Soldano clone at best. That's what I hear. You know, you get Mr. Motherfucker, the amplifier, and you listen to it, the overtones, right? The feedback. Oh, you know. I don't even got to explain it to Alex. He knows. Dude, the feedback, the articulation, everything about that amplifier is completely different than his amplifier. It rings out for days. His dies within 10 seconds, 9 seconds, dead. Now, why is this? Why is this? Because he's copying. Now, there's a thing called constructive criticism. I have given all of you amp builders the ability to understand and to know, but you don't follow the rules, right? What you do is you follow other creators that already created things. You don't listen to me. I've tried to explain this to you hundreds of times, and I get sick and tired of repeating myself, because if you just did it one time, you would understand a lot more about what I'm talking about, and you would never go backwards. But you don't. Riley doesn't. You don't. None of you do, right? Why? Because you're comfortable and staying in the known of what other people already have done. See, how are you going to be your own creator if you don't go outside of what everybody else does? I remember the first time I built a circuit. The first time. I remember the first time I built one. 4 builds before that, I thought to myself, am I able to build my own circuit from scratch? Not looking at a schematic, not looking at nothing. And I said, no. And then I built another amp and another amp and another amp, but I had these thoughts in my brain. Who gives a shit about Tracy? What are you talking to John, dude? You two are a lot alike each other. You probably do talk to each other. Dude, you have no integrity if you talk to John. Who gives a shit about Tracy Guns? I don't even care. He's a nobody, man. I wouldn't even know about him if it wasn't for Johnny boy, dude. John's trying to cause chaos. He's trying to make you call out Tracy Guns. Dude, who the hell is Tracy, dude? He's nobody, man. You should have been here for my science experience yesterday. It would have taught you a lot. I've already taught you, but I showed it in real terms. I actually showed people in real terms. I know who he is, man. I don't follow you amp builders, man. I think that you're all pretentious, man, in your amp design. I think that you're all in adolescence. Even Luke. I think that Luke copies people, man. And I'm not saying that to be rude. I think that Luke takes amplifiers, he takes parts of this and combines parts. Now I'm gonna tell you something. Why do you guys do it? Because if you make a mistake, you're not gonna know how to fix it. You know why? Because there is no fixing to something, there is no information. If you create something from scratch, now watch, my next amp, I may be building one of the most complicated amps you've ever seen in the world, and I'm gonna do it out of my mind. And there's gonna be no going backwards. There's not gonna be able to go online. If I make a mistake, I'm not gonna be able to go research and find out what I did wrong because it's never been designed before, right? And these things are awesome because when I do this, I stumble across, I take all the information, my relevant information that I've combined through 20 years of amp design, right? And now I'm mastering tones. Now, if you would have watched what I did yesterday for about an hour and a half, it would have blown your mind. I deleted the video because I got a little crazy with the trolls, but the science experiment and the talking was very relevant. I even put frequencies through the screen. Now, I believe this, and I said this, I believe that there are a few people in this world that I think that could potentially be really good amp designers. Riley, Lefty, and Luke, right? I'm never going to take that away from them. But you guys are confined within what you know, man. In what you know, you're comfortable. You don't want to experience the individualism, I would say, of yourself. You're scared. You're scared of getting out. This is what I need you to do, though, man. You need to take everything that you know about building amplifiers and put it to the side and grab a piece of paper from scratch, from your mind, and take in the wisdom that you've been taught, that God's given you, and start drawing a circuit. And then draw another part of the circuit, and draw another part of the circuit. Then you need to build it. If you fail, so what? At least you did your own circuit. And don't do it because you know that's why people do it. Do weird things to cathodes, do weird things to grids, use different grid stoppers. But at the end of the day, understand this. A tube only functions one way. It's got a cathode, it's got a grid, it's got a plate, and that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. How you control the biasing of that tube, that's up to you. It's up to you, man. Right, but you build very saggy amplifiers, bro. And the little science experiment I showed last night showed you why you don't build saggy amplifiers. It showed you why you don't use 6L6s. It showed you what transformers to use. It showed you the relevance of every frequency that your guitar generates and doesn't generate, why and how. It was a very, very cool experiment I did yesterday. And these are all relative to each other. You're not going to be a phenomenal amp designer if you follow Friedman, if you follow Egnator, if you follow Marshall, if you follow Fender, if you follow Vox. You're on the way if you build a high watt. You're on the way if you build a high watt and understand how that circuit works and why it works that way. Voltage dividers, voltage attenuators, dude. Grid stoppers, grid leaks, dude. Different biasing of different plate resistors versus the cathode. The frequencies of the coupling cap versus the cathode caps and the cathode resistors, man, and the plate resistors bias the tubes in different ways. We're not even talking about getting into tone stacks, man. We're not even talking about the articulation of power sections, right? And I really don't want to talk about it right now. I'm just saying that, Alex, you need to listen. I've watched you build amps and you have never took my advice. I've watched Riley build amps. He's never took my advice. Look, it's right there in front of your face to teach you how to become one of the best independent amp builders that you've ever fucking seen. But if you're going to just stick with what Marshall did and Soldano did, then you're just going to be a follower of the bad juju, man. I want you guys to build big, stiff filtering for reservoirs, man. But I don't want you to overcompensate. Remember, the bigger the filtering, the more it taxes your power transformer. You have to compensate. You have to understand what's going to happen. So why? So if you're going to build a 50 watt amp, which I don't think that you guys should be doing, I think that everybody should be building 100 watt amplifiers. If you're going to build a 100 watt amplifier, try to use a 200 watt power transformer. Why? Because the bigger the caps and the more filtering, the more storage, the more articulation you're going to have, the more sustain, the more resonance, the more frequencies you're going to be able to generate. But it's going to tax the shit out of your power transformer, man. Because the need of current is going to be severely greater the more articulated and the more filtering, the more storage you create. It's hard on them. So I don't want to talk about amp building, dude. There I go, just running my mouth. And see, I just lost like 50 people because of it. I'd rather talk about God today. Alex, I respect you as a builder. I respect your life. Dude, what I did to you was wrong. I'm not going to say it again. You know what? But it wasn't my deal, dude. It wasn't even my deal. I never asked for any of that shit to happen, dude. I never thought that shit would happen. And you know what? It put a bad taste in my mouth, man, because I thought that me and you were fucking friends, man. You know, I have no idea what goes on inside your personal life or outside of your personal life. And when I get somebody that comes into my life, I don't even know what to do half the time. And I don't even have a filter on me about my own personal life. So yeah, maybe some of the shit that I said was a little fucked, man. But at the end of the day, the friendship that we've created, man, I miss talking to you about building amplifiers. I miss talking to you as a person, man. That shit should never went down, man. It should never fucking went down. I will tell you, your amplifier though, the one that I heard the last, it sounds just like fucking Riley's, man. They're identical amps, man. They don't sound. Look, I was surprised. I'll be straight up honest with you, Alex. You put a video out there long ago. You're gonna do a comparison with the YDNA, one of your amps, some blood something, and a PV, I think. You turned on the YDNA and you hit a note and you heard it screaming and it's doing its chaotic sounds that they do. You can't control that. That's insanity. That's a whole nother level of articulation that you're hearing. Sustain the response. Now, when I heard you do yours was like dies. So it hits, goes up, flattens out, dies, stays very flat of a frequency, and it doesn't have no overtones. Soldano's very, very, very dull sounding circuits. I don't really like the circuits. There's a lot of things that you can do to change the circuit. Now, the preamp circuit of a Soldano is pretty badass. The power section sucks horribly bad. Horribly, 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 horribly bad. That's your problems, man, right? Anyway, then I heard you play the PV, and the PV just sounds like a plastic toy, dude. I just never liked them. I don't think so. And it was funny because I heard more gain come out of the YDNA, and the YDNA is a dark amplifier. I don't make those things bright. I think that the word metal, when you hear Metallica or you hear Slayer, for instance, there's some darkness about metal. And I don't think it should be bright and bees. I think it should be like rip. I think when you play that when you chug, when you hit that note and you put your palm right on that string and you chug, I think it should try to rip your soul out of your body. Your body should want to feel exploding with the bass response, man. And able to do that, and able to get that sound, you have to darken those amps up, man. But metal is dark. It's very dark, and that's why we like metal, because it brings us a dark part of our soul. So when you listen to my amps, they have their own dark uniqueness to them that don't sound like any other amp. And I make every one of them, but they can be very bright. They can be very bright, but they still have that dark feeling and the dark sound. And I'm not cutting you down, dude. I give you props for building amplifiers, man. I'm just saying that I think that you guys could evolve. Now, when you listen to a PV and it's got 7 fucking tubes and Mr. Motherfucker got 4 or 5, there's no way Mr. Motherfucker should be more gainy than the PV, but it is. It is, man. And it rips. It's heavy, right? Heavy is the word. Heavy. Heavy. It feels heavy, man. It's just, but you know what? I watch you play. And no matter how fast you go, you can't get that amp to flub itself out, man. You can't get those notes to saturate with the other notes. You can't get them to intermingle and to create one note. And you know what I'm talking about. That articulation is a response to each individual note that you ever hit. And it doesn't matter what frequency is, they stay true to themselves at all times. And that is where it's all at, man. Until you can be able to build an amp where the distortion lives inside of the note. Instead of, see, when I build amps, most people, when I play Soldanos or Ubershaws or PVs, Supremes or XXXs or even the Mesa Boogie triple rectifiers or dual recs, I always hear when I turn the amp up a big chalkboard full of right? I hear distortion, mad amounts of distortion. And then as you play a note, I see the chalk draws on the chalkboard as a teacher would, right? And that's the notes being injected into the distortion. Now, when I play guitar, when I make my amps, dude, I look at the chalkboard as the note itself, that whole unit, and I inject distortion into that note. I let each note be resonant for what it's worth. It's totally backwards way of building amplifiers, right? So every single note gets injected with distortion instead of the other way around. So there's not a lot of noise, for one. There's a lot of articulation. But yeah, they're noisy. They get noisy. I'm not doing anything today. I'm going to be building a really cool metal amp. I haven't built a metal amp in a while. I'm going to build a really psycho metal amp. So you metalheads, you want to, and it's, listen, so I'm almost done with Bullies amp. The white Lexus amp, it's going to get done. It's not going to get done next though. I'm going to buy the parts for it, but I'm not going to build it. I need to build an amp to sell it. So I am going to build a metal amp that none of you have ever seen or encountered. And if you really want it, start saving your money because it will be beyond this world. And I will make sure that I do everything, the cab, everything in a way where the whole amp is prestigious, man. You'll see. It will make Mr. Mother, well, I can't say that. Mr. Motherfucker is an exceptional amp. There's the internal wiring got a little crazy, but the way that it ended up turning out to be, I learned a lot from MIDI controlling and switching. And there's some things that I can get better at. I promise you, I'm about ready to make a creation that nobody's ever heard. And listen, it would be the pinnacle of all amps, man. That'll be my next build I do on live, man. Right out of my brain. So what I'm saying to you, I'm gonna start being a S Baker. What's that? What's a S Baker? So Alex, save your money, dude, because this is something that you probably are gonna desire to have in your life. I promise you. A baker. Tom, you're a cool dude. Look, Tom, let me tell you something. This morning I was on your channel for about 25 minutes, 30 minutes. I sat there watching you play guitar. I enjoyed it. And then I decided after 25 minutes there's no trolls in here because I watched your chat. I watched it and I watched it and I watched it and I watched it. And then I gave a little wave. And sure enough, 4 people out of the woodwork started in with me. They were there waiting. They were in there. They've been in there, but they didn't say a word. They did not say a word for 25 minutes, man. They waited till I said something, man. It's messed up, man. And I was like, you sneaky little punk ass mother suckers, man. That's disgusting how you guys can sit in here. So imagine while I'm not there, Tom, because sometimes I don't go there. Imagine when you say something bad. Imagine what these guys are doing. They're reporting you, man. They're in there just as much as they're in my channel, man. And Woke, Gaker, Plapuo, and Joe. They were under different names, but they're disgusting. They're hiding, waiting, man. I don't know what their problems are, man. Yeah, Alex, listen, man, save your money. I'm telling you right now, save your money. This is something that you're going to want. Now, if you don't get it, somebody else is going to get it. And I know that you're a metalhead, right? I'm going to put 6 preamp tubes, maybe 7 preamp tubes in this amplifier. I am going to put 62 band EQ in this amplifier. I am going to put a dual effects loop into it, right? A parallel effects loop. I am going to do line outs. There's going to be a line out, and I am going to do another full tone stack so that if you want to bypass the EQs, dude, it's going to be, listen, plus there's going to be, it's too complicated to talk to you about, but I'm telling you right now, stay tuned. There will be no amp in the world. I don't know if I'm going to do the EQs yet. I don't quite know, but I do know that the concept that I have is going to be extremely crazy, dude. And you'll never see something like it, and you'll never hear nothing like it. It's going to be good. It's going to be fantastic. And it's going to be MIDI controlled too as well. I don't know yet. I think that is Mr. Motherfucker EL34s. Alex. No, you're not. Let me tell you something about reverse engineering amps. I've tried to build certain amplifiers over again, and they never sound the same, even with the same circuit. It's all the components that add up as a sum. You know, you got a pot that's 500K, and it's supposed to be 500K, but it reads 630, and then you get another one over here that's only 420K. Listen, that makes a huge difference on how that circuit's going to act, dude. You might not think that it does, but all those pots have to be identical values. All the capacitors have to be identical. As a capacitor heats up, the film heats up, it changes the value. You might start with a 0.022, but you put a lot of current to it. It might go to .014. You know, these things are always changing their values, man. So in order to replicate a circuit, you must replicate the individual components, and there are hundreds of them in there. And I've never been able to replicate a metal amp in my life. I made a amp that I sent to California. The dude paid $7,800 for it. It's the Cerberus. It's the first one, man. I tried to replicate that amplifier 5 different times, and none of them sounded like each other, man. Not even close, man. Yeah, Tom, I don't know. I'm not staying on here very much longer. I'm going to go watch a movie with Amber. I just was telling you that they were there, and it was funny because I was there for 25 minutes and not one of them said a word. And the moment that I gave you a wave, it was on, dude. It was like they were waiting in the shadows for me. How long they been there? The whole stream, guaranteed, because I wasn't on. They need somewhere to go. Well, can I say the trolls made me? I don't know. You can say whatever you want. You too, Geneva. You know what? That's another guy. He doesn't even know. Geneva is a guitar player. He's in a band. He, you know, he says he wants an amp, but he better break out his wallet. Those dudes are goofs, all of them. There he is right there. Look at they're taunting the FBI. Those stupid idiots, man. This next amplifier I build, it's going to be a metal's dream. Look, I'm sick and tired of these people saying, Andy, you only build clean amps. No, I don't, dude. I am known for my metal amps. Vessel, does Mr. Motherfucker it has EL34s in it. It's got 4 of them. I know it does. I know for a fact it does because somebody's building it right now, and he bought KT88s, and I was like, I didn't use KT88s, man. I didn't say you're a goof, dude. I never said you're a goof. You talking to me? I never said you're a goof. I said, dude, you want an amplifier, but you better break out your wallet, man. Oh, I know it's savage. I know it's savage. So I'm going to do a couple things that are different this time. I'm going to make the clean channel a lot more clean. I'm going to make the crunch channel a lot more badass. And I'm going to have 2 lead channels. Sculpted in a totally different way, man. Right? And the EQs on them are going to be all individually set. So that'll be cool. MIDI, yep. It'll be MIDI controlled. You'll be able to do it on the fly. But this time I'm going to do 4 boosts. So I'm going to have 4 channels. There's going to be 4 boosts. So I'm basically going to do the Mark Tremonti head that I designed. But I'm going to call it the Planet Killer because I don't like Mark Tremonti. And I already designed it. But it's going to be way more complicated than Tremonti's design was. Yeah, it's going to be good. Amen. Yeah, nah, not the trolls, bro. I am 79 minutes in. I still got my happy face. You know why? Because I haven't been using the F word. I'm going to use 4 boosts. So that means it's going to have 4 masters and 4 master boosts. It's going to have 4 separate individual EQs on it. It's going to have a pre-EQ 31 band EQ, and it's going to have a post 41 band EQ. It's going to have dual FX loop. It's going to have a line out. It's going to be an insane amp, man. It's going to be very busy on the front of the amp, but it will be the only one that's ever been created. It will be every tube amp's dream. It will be a tube modeling amplifier, all tube, right? So you'll be able to make your amplifier sound like any amp in the world, and you'll be able to do it in a live setting too if you want to take it to stage, you know. Oh, it'll be good. It's going to be awesome. You blocked like 10 of my accounts and the trolls took it personal. Well, why you have 10 accounts? I've had one account since 2008. I've had one account since 2008. Why do you have 10 accounts, man? That speaks volumes in who you are. I've had one account. I don't make other accounts to go troll people. And you know what, Alex, you have my phone number. You can call me anytime. You ever had any questions, dude? I enjoy the conversations that we have together. I know that your girlfriend hates my guts, or your wife. I know why she did what she did now. She wanted you off of YouTube. She wanted you not to watch my page. And you know what? By what she did, you disappeared, man. She won. She won, bro. That's all I'm going to say about it, dude. It was a tactical, pretty thought about, decisive calculation. Tom, there's no information that I can tell you other than to put a rubber band around it. Like, dude, like, I'm not gonna, Tom, you don't need to even ask me, man, motherfucker. You can just call me, dude. Jesus, man. Tom said he's going fishing yesterday, man. He's like, let's go fishing, or the day I was going 2 days ago. He never went, man. I watched him for a while. I'm like, I'm going fishing. So I abandoned Tom and then I went fishing. I'm out of here. I did not sell my bike. My nipples are not pierced. My nipples are too small to pierce. Look how small that is, dude. There is no way that I could ever get in. It would obliterate my nipple if I decided to pierce it. There's no way that I could ever get a needle in that thing. You're selling your bike. How much you selling it for, Tom? Yeah, it's a baby one. I'm gonna wait for Tom's reply, but I'm gonna go in a minute. I'm gonna smoke this cigarette and I'm off here. I did good. I can keep the stream up too. Even though there's nothing here to keep up, man. I went from 190 concurrents down to 80. I killed that last stream. What year is it? Jesus, man. Really? That thing is not worth that much money. There is no way. Well, maybe with the miles. Yeah, it might be. 7 grand, probably 7. You don't think you're getting much more than 7 out of it. Well, maybe with the miles, actually. That's very low miles. It's very low miles. Holy shit. So it's brand new, man. It hasn't even been driven. You probably get 10, maybe 10 grand. I don't know. I personally would chop it. I've taken $30,000 motorcycle and chopped it before. Yeah. I would take every part off that bike. I would chop that frame and I would either make a new frame for it right there, or I'd go buy a donor frame and I'd put all the stuff on it and I would have a chopper. It's a great project, man. I'm gonna buy another bike this winter and I'm gonna make another chopper. Is why I was asking you, but I'm not paying that much money for one. There's no way. Not when I'm gonna chop it. But I am gonna take a big fat boy or some big Harley and I am going to chop the shit out of it. Probably end up paying like 5 to 7 grand for the bike and I'm gonna chop it to pieces. I kind of didn't want to build another Harley. You know what I wanted to build? I wanted to find one of those rotor engines, man, the airplane engines. There's 6 engines in a circle. I wanted to make a chopper with one of those engines, man, is what I really wanted to do. That'd be so cool, man. You know what I'm talking about? I don't have my phone. Here's one. Let me see if I can find the engine. Let me see if I can find the engine. I just can't find one. If I was living next to Tom, Tom and I would be making some really kick-ass projects, dude, because he's got CNC machine, he's got lathe. Look, right here is what I'm talking about. Right there. I want to make a motorcycle out of one of them. Yep. That's what I want to do. And it would go in the bike just like that, sideways, it would stick out. That's awesome, right? It won't overheat, man. It would not overheat, dude. You could put a radiator in there. Keep it cool. Fans. I could keep it cool. No, David. I could keep it cool, man. Trust me. I could keep it cool. If he sat there at a light, yeah, probably. It needs the air. It needs air, yes. But you could keep it cool. Blow on it, right? Look, man, I could take pipes and wrap them around the cylinder and then run a AC unit. Don't tell me that it'll overheat. Look, you got to have a brain, bro. David, I'm not calling you stupid, but look, if you took and drilled out some of those heads, right, and you wrapped pipe around the head, each head, and ran an air conditioner unit through it, that would keep those pistons, those cylinders very cool. Because compressed, it'd be, what, 32 to 40 degrees? Yeah, but they don't cool those engines down. I've seen a couple of them. They look cool, but I would like to build one, man. An AC unit, right? Put an air conditioner unit on it. So what? You got 6 cylinders, man. You ain't losing power. You're not going to go that fast. Well, yeah, you would have to. You wouldn't have to make it liquid cooled. You could wrap. What I'm trying to tell you is you could wrap. Listen, go out to your car, start the car, turn on your AC and grab that line. It'll be like 30 to 40 degrees cold. That's cold. If you wrap that line around your cylinder heads 3 times, that's going to keep your cylinder heads cool, man. Just that line. Just the line itself. It's not going to overheat itself. It's going to work hard, dude, the compressor, but it's a lot better than having just the air. You know. Listen, what is your name? Oh Yeller? Don't ever, man. You know how many times people came to my channel and said that I couldn't do something, and I've done it? I've done it a lot of times. I don't have the ability to do it right now. I said I would like to, for one. I didn't say I was going to. I said I would like to. Yes, it would definitely. I don't work in a machine shop. I used to work in a machine shop. So a lot of the things that I see in my brain, you need Bridgeports and you need lathes, man. I don't have a lathe. I don't have a Bridgeport, man. I can't make up my own parts. I can't machine cylinder heads, man, where I'm at. Dude, what am I? Just drill some holes and grind out some fins, man? I mean, come on. It's not going to happen. I'm getting old, man. So I'm not going to probably ever have a garage unless I sell this house. The kitchen, though, is a priority that I'm going to start here shortly. So you're going to watch me build the kitchen. He needs a 5-channel amp. Yeah, like, I don't think anybody needs one of them, but I built He's laughing at me. Dude, I built so many Firebirds, man. So many. I've had so many Camaros and Firebirds and Mustangs in my life. I know those cars from the backside of my hand. Can I show my chopper? For what purpose? You've never seen it, Jim Jones? You're definitely not seeing my chopper, dude. I don't know. Hey, Cloudland, you get to go away. Jim Jones gets to go away. You've earned the right to shut up. Dumb. Not in jest. What does that mean? I gotta get off here. I would like to see it too, man. This new smaller ones have water jackets. The radio motors. Who did I just delete? I deleted somebody. Well, how is he not hidden? A 305 with a mild can removes computer. Oh, there. Oh no. A 305, man. Why? Why didn't he take a 400, or a 350 and put a 400 crank in it and make a 383? They're a way better engine to put in there. Put some frame rails in it so it doesn't tweak out the unibody. But a 305 is good. It's for your son. It's probably best that it's a 305. They're not really super powerful. They only produce, I think, like maybe 250 horsepower. Maybe those 305s didn't have. But that's good for a younger kid. You know, you don't want them getting hurt, dude, on something. At least he's doing something though, man. And that's kind of cool. 289 horsepower. Well, that depends on which one. You had, back then in the 80s, you had the 2-barrel versus the 4-barrel one. And the 2-barrel one produced way less. With all the smog and the cats, man, you're not getting 250 horsepower out of a 305 with a 2-barrel carburetor. That's not happening. Never. There's no way. There's no possible way. Now you take all that smog off, man. You know, and look, but you can take those 305s and produce a lot more horsepower, probably like 340 horsepower, somewhere around there in this day and age, maybe a little bit more. But those cylinders are small. They have really small. I do believe a standard 350 has a 4-inch cylinder. So I think the 305 has like a 3 5/8 inch cylinder wall, which is way smaller than a 4-inch. Less displacement. There's no replacement for displacement. Understand that. Speakers. Your 355 does 412 miles per hour? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. 412 minutes, maybe in a quarter mile, dude. Like, he boarded the heads. Yeah, I used to be a gearhead, man. I built some cars with 1,500 horsepower before. I don't do it anymore. Speed and me were over. Well, obviously not. I mean, kind of. The boat is kind of crazy. The boat pops wheelies, man. The boat goes like this. When I goose it, it's like it's fun. The boats are definitely. I should have I should have worked on boats a long time ago. Like I see all these people wrecking the boats and shit. To get a boat to go fast on water, it's a feat, man, because the resistance of the water is insane. But the problem is with a boat, when you get going fast, they start to plane out and they get up. If you decide to unthrottle it real fast, that boat slams itself in the water, and all that resistance will cause it to go sideways and roll your ass. It's dangerous. The eel, they're scary, man. They're scary. Listen, why do I block anybody that is not better than me, right? You're not better than me, dude. Look, I just proved to you that you don't stand a chance here, man. I am your supreme leader. I just sent you packing. You're gone. See you later. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, man. Now who's the better man? It's definitely not you. You can't even say something. What are you gonna do? Create another account? Is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna come back and battle me? Dude, listen, let's view YouTube as one life to live. I have one channel, one name, one life, right? You impose your will onto me because I kick your channel and you come back with another one, kick it, come back, kick it, come back, kick it, come back. You're like a Call of Duty player, man. Dude, imagine that, being in war thinking you have an additional life. How about start taking life serious, man, and respect your channel name? Because obviously you don't even respect yourself. You can't even have a channel name. You have to have 800,000 channel names because you get eradicated so many times. 10 later, man, try hundreds of channels later. I take life seriously. This is a part of my life. Yeah. Now, YDNA has their own channel, but that's not me. That's owned by a brand. It's an LLC. It is a corporation, dude, right? It is copyright. It is not me. I am a representative of YDNA. So that channel, it's not really owned by me. It's owned by its own entity. And it's not a troll channel. My lungs aren't dead. I've been smoking cigarettes since I've been 14 years old, man. You see me do things. I jump off boats at 50 years old, man. You see me work 18 hours a day sometimes. What do you mean my lungs are dead? Dude, if most of you guys couldn't even make an hour of work with me, my ethics, man, I would drag you to the ground. Why is this dude not home? It's Dylan's birthday today. Didn't even see him at all. Let's see what he's doing. I'm telling you, most of these people, they couldn't work with me for 2 hours. They wouldn't hang. What are you doing, dude? I thought you were coming home.
Wait for my ride.
What do you mean?
I wait for my ride. Just been chilling, smoking a little.
So when's your ride coming?
Should be here any second.
All right, well, it's time to eat your cake, dude.
I am hungry. I do have a sweet tooth.
What?
I am hungry. I do have a sweet tooth.
Yeah. All right, well, I love you. I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, it's Dylan's birthday today. Here we go. See, some people are like, you're weak, you're strong, you're a man, you're a woman, you're beautiful, you're ugly, you got yellow teeth, you're a transvestite. Like, which one is it, man? The same individual will say all these things, right? Depends on the day. They can't make their mind up if you pay them. They don't even know what I am. One day I'm awesome, one day I'm not, man. It must be they got yelled at home or something. I mean, I don't know. But it's not even about me, man. I'm just chilling out, hanging out with you guys. Owen, yeah. Look, they're mad. They get mad because you guys are cool and they're not. I think that really bothers them that they're not a part of the community. Yeah, I don't, Sherry. I really don't care, to be honest with you. It doesn't really bother me. Look, I'm 101 minutes into this stream. I still got my little happy face. You know what? You haven't heard me saying the F word. I've been smoking. I've been talking. I've been being me. Dude just didn't swear. That's all. And they're trying so hard. They are trying, like they've been trying, man. But look, I'm showing you trolls. You don't control my outcome of life. I allow it, right? I allow it. When I do it, I allow it. I have very good control of who I am when I need to. Pedaling the boat, the motor didn't start. Something was wrong. I was flooding it out. I couldn't open it up, and pedaling the boat sucked, man. You can, Brian, you can hit me up on Messenger, or you can call me. You know, if you hit me up on Messenger, I'll just give you my phone number. But I will tell you this, you should at least save $3,000. I'm not doing this again. The last time that I sold an amplifier, I thought, like Bullies amp, I thought that, because I haven't built one in like 5 years. So I just assumed off the top of my head. And it's really hard to determine how much an amp is worth because the evaluation of parts, you don't know what parts are really going to go in there or what not's going to. They're prototypes. Everyone's a prototype. You have a kind of an idea, but like the transformers, if I was getting them for $330 each back then, and now they're $520 each, you know, 320 to 520, that's 200. That's $200 each more. That's $400 plus a choke if you want to put it in there. That's $500-600, right? The tubes, you get matching sets of whatever tubes you get and whatever kind you get. You can spend an X amount of money on stuff. And I like to build stuff in high quality. So yeah, it's kind of a problem, man. When turrets cost you almost 98 cents each and you need 150 of them, that's $150 of turrets. Before I was getting 500 turrets for $30, you see. You're on my Facebook, just send a friend's request, man, right? I don't use Facebook to post shit. I use it to talk to people on Messenger. Yeah, parts get expensive, dude. I'll build the amp. Look, if I'm going to do it on YouTube, I'll build the amp for free, but you're paying me for all the parts, cab parts, the wood, the handles, the feet, you know, the chassis, the laser engraving, the material that's needed, man, all the knobs, everything. It all adds up. The bolts and the nuts, the wire, the solder, everything that you build an amp, it all adds up, man. And trust me, it's going to cost at least $3,000 to $3,500, $3,000 to $3,500 to build an amplifier, 100-watter anyway. So I would say this, if you, depending on the type of amplifier you want, I would probably build you like a high gain amplifier for $3,500 to $4,000, a high gain amplifier, like with 3 channels. I'm not going any lower than that. I'm not making any money off of it neither. I had to buy all the MIDI controllers, man. I had to buy all the relays. There's a bunch of shit that needs to be bought. So probably for a high gain amplifier, 3 channels, $4,000. Straight across the board. For a YouTuber, if you're not one of my friends, $10,000, right? If you're somebody that has a lot of money, $25,000, $30,000. It depends on the person too, right? Some people can't afford it, so I'll try to get it to them as cheap as possible so that I feel that certain people or individuals deserve them more than somebody that has been born with a silver spoon in their mouth. I don't have a favorite band. We're all broke, man. Offset. Look, I'm going to finish Bullies amp, then I'm going to build an amp to sell. And then I'm going to finish Lex's amp, and then I'm going to work on Offset's amp. So I don't know when it's coming, because to build free amplifiers, to give them away. Now, the reason why I'm giving these amps to these guys is because way back a long time ago, I promised that I would. I opened my mouth, and I'm going to do it. But I'm only going to do it if it doesn't cost me so much time and money, right? And I don't even want to do it, but I'm going to do it because that's what I said I was going to do. And I'm a man of my word, and I always will be. Do I want to do it? Fuck no, man. Not at all. I need to make some money though, and I haven't. So when I get some more money, I'm gonna buy enough for 2 amps. I'm gonna have the parts for Lex's amp over here. I'm gonna have the parts for my amp that I'm gonna build, but I'm gonna build my amp first. And then when I'm done building that amplifier, I'm gonna go and build Lex's amp. I'll already have the parts, so I'm good with that. I already planned it all out, dude. But I do need to sell an amplifier. It has to. I have to. I have to get back out of my hole that I'm in. And I haven't. What do you mean you haven't? You can't donate? Why can't you donate? There's a super chat button right there. Nobody's donated, not one person. So you telling me my super chat button doesn't work? There's a happy face right there. That means it's not broke. Maybe it's broke for you. What about you guys? Is it broke? It shouldn't be broke. Probably is. Oh, you're broke. Well, you didn't listen. I was just asking if it was there. She said she's broke, not the button, man. Little miscommunication there going on. Thank you, beautiful man. There's a for the algorithm. Thank you, man. There we go. There's $10 towards the next project. You know, to be honest with you, it does help, and it's cool that it helps, man. I appreciate it. It helps me move along and pop on to another project. You better be saving that shipping money, because when the time comes, Lex, look, you might get antsy, but I'm telling you, when it's time to build this amplifier, you'll watch it become an amp in a week and a half. It'll be done. And then at that time, you better have that money. So you better be saving it. Yo, thank you, David. Thank you guys, man, for donating to the channel. And let me tell you what, you guys, I'm not being rude. You guys just gave me $15, right? Now check it out. A resistor, one resistor that I buy for these amplifiers is $37, and I need 7 of them in an amp, right? I'm just showing you how much it costs for things, man. I think you guys know. I don't think that you don't know. I think that you know. But that couldn't even though I'm grateful for the $25. I really am, guys. Thank you very much for all of it, dude. Make sure I hearted every one of those. It helps the algorithm though. They're like, okay, there's been donations, man. We're gonna help Andy grow. We're gonna push the channel a little bit farther. It's kind of cool. Sherry, thank you. And Bruce, I appreciate it, man. See, I don't even know why you guys are donating. I didn't ask. I mean, it's cool that you are because I haven't got hardly any donations this month, so that was kind of cool of you guys. But I'm not asking. See, PC Lovecraft, what happened? I do eat a lot of pizza. I hear Amber in there. It's getting late. No, I didn't ask to donate. I asked if the button worked, man. Because PC said it's broke. She said, "Grr, I wish I could donate." And I was like, "Why can't you?" And she said, "Broke." I'm like, "Well, you got to click it." Right? You got to click it. You got to click it, man. Does it work, guys? Yeah, it works. So I didn't say, "Hey guys, come donate to my channel, man." Right? The other day I did. I was kind of mad because I was streamed all day. I went fishing. Nobody even donated $1, dude. Right? All damn day, man. I was like, it just cost me like $50 in gas for the boat, $20 in gas for the truck to get to the lake. It cost me $40 in worms and shit. I'm like, man, nobody could even give me $1. Like $1. It just made me feel happy that something was coming back my way. Man, right? I get kind of sensitive, I guess, in that aspect. But I'm cool. I'm cool, man. I'm good. I do appreciate it, and it does help. It helps many different ways. It helps me in my endeavorments. It helps YouTube push the channel farther. It helps me create new projects and do new things. It helps Amber be even more epic that she's so awesome of a person. What's up? Sexy. She's sexy today. There's a movie I'm gonna go watch, and I think that I'm gonna go rent it. It's called Young Washington, and I think I'm gonna go watch it. You got a good one there, brother. Oh, Amber? Yeah, she's cool. 2 packs of cigarettes. Here's another one. This is my last one. I'm off here, man. Oh, man, that's awesome. See, Devin, that's the shit right there that I'm talking about, man. It gets your adrenaline flowing. Did you get it in? Did you catch it? Sounds like he got off. The Young Washington, man. I am bulked up. I need to lean out. Nah, I got off. I used a jig and a worm. Ah, man. Well, maybe next time. I hate that, dude. I had such a big fish on this year, man. Did you remember? I got into it and I'm like, yeah. And it was like pulling. It was just kept going. Like, and I could feel it. And my drag's going. And I'm like trying to tighten the drag up. And no matter what I did, I could not make that fish come towards me. It just kept going. I had like the Loch Ness Monster on, dude. I don't know what it was. That was early in the year, and I'm severely depressed that I didn't get to catch that fish. It was a big one. A real big one. Oh, the other night, yeah. I had a big one on 2 nights ago that would have been a big fish too. He got off. I got to get down to Walmart and buy some Berkeley power bait. I really have to, man. I live by that stuff. I've tried so much bait in the waters throughout the years, and there's something about a wacky rig with an O-ring, and it's the Berkeley power bait. It's how I present it, I guess, how I personally present it, how it falls, how I'm comfortable with pulling and doing the thing. I've caught some pretty big fish with that. Those. You're gonna sleep when Andy, yeah, Sherry. Well, Sherry, for one, I thank you for being cool. Number 2, it surprised me to see you on another channel, and it was a cool channel. I'm not going to say what channel it was, and I highly don't tell nobody. I feel good sometimes when I can go out into the YouTube world and see some of you guys just hanging out and being cool, and there's no trolls. The trolls don't even know that these channels exist, and that kind of makes me happy that I can go and not be recognized. You know, I'm recognized as soon as I say something. They're like, "Is that Andy?" Like, well, more people know me than I think that I know them. But it's still really cool that you were over there just hanging in a cool environment, right? Instead of catching you on a trolls page. And trust me, I've caught many people. It makes you a pretty good person, man. Takes guts. That what you mean, guts to do lives? Yeah, sometimes. I mean, I don't really think about it so much anymore, dude. It's just a part of my natural life. This is Andy in the wild. I look like Andre the Giant, man. Sure I do. That being said, look, as soon as the cigarette's gone, I'm done. I've made it 120 minutes, Amber, without violating YouTube. Huh? Listen, they've been here, and the trolls have been here so hard, man. Hey, Tom, I'll see you later, man. There will be more projects that I'll do, and Tom, I'll continue tuning in no matter what. You have a good night, man. Watch a movie with your family, play some video games. I don't know what you're going to do. Now, I shouldn't delete this video because it's probably gotten 5,000 views by now, which is good. You know, but there's nothing here I'm doing. Why leave it up, man? I'll leave it up. But you guys are going to go back and watch it? I don't rewatch my videos. I'll leave it up. I tried to delete all my live streams, man. I need to work more on my horizontal feed videos is what I really need to do. If you catch me in a live feed, which you always do, I think that the live feeds during the lives, that's, you know, you're a part of that. Tom, it's not funny. It's not, listen, if you don't swear, Tom, we are the worst enemies of ourselves, man. If you don't swear, they can't do nothing to you. That's why I feel comfortable when I'm building things, man. I don't even pay attention, right? I'm just like da-da-da-da-da, doing my thing, man. Just, you know, and all of a sudden I come back 4 hours later and I still got my happy face. And I'm like, oh, I can leave this video up. Yeah, I'm like, yeah. White Russians are great. One of my favorites. But yeah, if you don't swear, YouTube won't get you. It's bullcrap, dude. And look, I probably deleted 4,000 videos in the last year. 4,000 videos, man, I probably deleted. That hurts my channel pretty hardcore that I had to keep deleting the videos. Maybe I should learn how to shut my mouth. Or maybe I should just learn how to talk, man, right? Look, the thing is that when I'm angry, I'm angry. I'm not angry today. It's God's day for me. I mean, I'm just gonna chill, and I'm just showing the trolls that I have control. That's all. I have control. That everything doesn't have to be about them. I don't have to get angry. I don't have to swear. I have total control of myself and my emotions and who I am as a person. I personally like to swear. It eats me inside that I have went that long without saying the F word. It's 2 hours straight without saying naughty things. But I also have a lot of cool people on this channel that protect me. You see how many people get deleted? You see that? Now, the less I see, the less I interact. There's a lot of channels out there that the blue people don't help, man, because there is no blue people, or there's very limited blue people. Nah, that's not true. And Anthony, man, that's just what you want, man, right? That's not true. In a good world, there would be nobody that congregated with us that we don't like. man. Trolls are people that we outcast, that we don't want them a part of us, man. You know, and then they become very vengeful, angry lunatics, man, that have to be seen and wanted. They have to get some kind of weird revenge for you ousting them. They're stalkers. Yeah, they're actual stalkers, 100%. But at the end of the day, I would say this: come see me to my face and say the things that you say. Man, none of them would. Not one of them. But hey, you know, you can pretend that you would until the moment comes. See, I'm about doing. You see me build choppers and boats and motorcycles and amps and do things. Listen, I'm about doing. I don't like what ifs, you know. It's just, to me, it bothers me, man, that people think they can do something that they really can't do. And then the moment that they're forced into making a decision to do something, they totally fail at it, man. That's not a real person, man. You live a fake life. You live in an imaginary world in your mind thinking you can do something. But the fact of the matter is that you're a low-life idiot of a person, and you'll never amount to nothing because you live a fictional world of what you think you can do versus the reality of what is. And that's sad that you live, like, look at the dude sending sparkles. He's a sad, pathetic creature, man, that will never amount to nothing in this world. What are you going to do? You know what? You want to be famous for something? What are you going to do? Come find me and shoot me in the back of the head? Is that what you're going to do? You'd be known forever. You'd be known forever being a loser, just like you are a loser now. Ain't going to be no difference, man. No matter what you do, you're going to be a loser, man, sending sparkles. You're sending sparkles, bro. A grown man sending sparkles to another man. Think about what you're doing. You're weird, man. Listen, grown men accepting sparkles, you just got deleted, dude. I'm not accepting nothing. If you ever look, dude, he doesn't comment, so we can't delete him. So there's no accepting. How are you supposed to delete something that you can't delete? Yeah, I thought so. My cigarette's gone. I told you that I was getting off here. I'm not going to ruin the stream. Queenie, keep sending sparkles. Right? Degenerate minded people. Good for you. I'll be on tomorrow. We're going to work on the amp tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to do, actually, or I'm going to do. I know I'm probably going to drill some holes. I might make a vent, a custom vent. I don't quite know exactly what I'm up to. I do see that there's a little spot right there that needs to be sanded down. There's some spots on here that I need to sand down a little bit more. I'm looking at it down the side, and there's like a little divot there. I'll hand sand it. Turn the gifts off? Wow. Why would I want to turn the gifts off? People gift me. Look, gifts are gifts, man. Doesn't really matter. Look, it all is a positive reinforcement for the algorithms. Why would I turn them off? To hurt my channel? I don't think so. I really don't think that I want to do that. I think that I want to keep my gifts on, right? Because it helps the channel grow. See, you're trying to coercion me into thinking that I should turn it off so the channel doesn't grow. Well, it's too bad for you. Even if it's only 2 cents or a penny or 30 cents. I'm going to get something to eat. I'm going to take a shower. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. For the people that have They hung here. Before I go, I want to tell you this. I respect all you blue people, and I respect a lot of you gray people too as well. I respect everything that you have done for me. I've respected you hanging in there. I respect the conversations that you have with each other. I respect you as entities and people of the world. You wouldn't be here if I didn't respect you guys. So I want to say that. I want you to know that I respect you guys. It's not me just saying that shit, dude. No. Some of you might not even care, right? I'm just telling you, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, man. All the things that you've done, all the things you've done with me, the things that you've witnessed, how we've interacted towards those atrocities that have occurred. You know, thank you. You know, thank you for being you guys, is what I'm saying. Truly. Trolls, go find somebody else, man. You know, trolls, there's other people out there that you would fit right in with. Go find your little niche, man. Go find your little communities that you fit into. You know you don't fit in here. You know you're not wanted. You know that you make yourselves look like idiots. Complete idiots, man. Now, we could take a vote. Would you say that Woke said to me the other day, I love it when you make yourself look like an idiot, Pops. Idiot, Pops. I never make myself look like an idiot. I'm not an idiot, man. Right? That's one thing I will tell you right now. But, so do you guys think that I make myself look like an idiot? I don't think that we even have to answer that question. But how many times has Woke made himself look like an idiot? How many times do you think that, listen, everybody in this channel that has been here, everybody thinks Woke is a degenerate, low-minded idiot parasite. Not one person in here thinks that he's an intelligent human being. Not one. Not one. Look, that's not my opinion anymore. All right? It doesn't become my opinion. It becomes a fact, a known fact of what people think. The norm of the channel thinks that you guys are idiots, man. Every one of you. I mean, is that's who you want to be recognized for, man? As idiots? Leaderman, cat lover, Woke, man, whatever you want to call yourself. Just saying, man. Why you guys want to be known as that? Look, you remember going to school and sitting down in the lunch table? Woke probably end up sitting in Gaker and those guys, they ended up sitting at a table all by themselves. Not even the worst of the people wanted to sit with them. They never had no friends. Sherry, I've never seen it before in my life neither, man. I didn't know that it even existed, that people were that strange. But I've learned a lot from YouTube. And yes, people are weird. Weirdos. So, you know, what are they capable of doing? That's the next question. What are they really capable of? He's sitting there right now, probably punching the screen or himself or something. Oh, really? So let's talk about your little integrity and your little IQ. The blue people just attacked you and now you have to make a name. Now you have to come after the blue people, man. Are you mad? Are you mad, bro? You're that mad. Right? You have to be recognized. Hey guys, I made an account, man, that attacks you guys, man. Look at me go. I don't even dare to say nothing. I'm gonna just give this guy money to be recognized. well, think they probably have some frontal brain damage, from some frontal lobe brain damage that stops them from making rational choices before they act. Yeah, all right. I'll get off here when we get 200. When we get 200 likes, man, it'll be the end of the stream. Well, I might be back later. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I know that tomorrow what we're gonna do is I'm gonna cut some holes. I'm gonna put these handles in the side of this amp. I am going to mount this chassis into this amplifier. I am also going to make a vent for this amplifier. And if I have the time or the glue, I will wrap the outside of this amplifier and mount this amplifier permanently inside of this cab. I will put the feet on this thing. It's a lot of work to get there. Thanks for the likes, guys. I don't know yet. Either or. Thermion, I don't know yet what I'm gonna do with it. I have some vinyl downstairs, and I also have some Tolex. So I really don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Yeah, I designed my own amps, man. I wouldn't use an old amp like that. Well, that's weird today. Also, I'm talking to YouTube creator support team. There's something wrong with my channel. Here and there, my channel gets smacked down. We're gonna find out. I'm not gonna find out. I haven't been disconnected at all today. So today I haven't been disconnected one time, which is odd. Usually it's 17, 18 times a day. I don't know. I would say please subscribe. Now this is the deal. The other day I asked people to subscribe, and 57 people subscribed to the channel. And then all of a sudden, the channel was broken for a week. We got like 7 subs, 10 subs, 12 subs, 20 subs, 15 subs. Lost a couple subs. There was points of times where this channel used to get 300 subs a day, every day. Yeah, they're throttling it. They choose when to open up. Who knows what it is, but they choose when to open it up and when to fall. If you watch my stats, see, I can see my stats every day. You guys can't. And sometimes I see when they open it up. Sometimes they throttle it back, dude. Sometimes it goes along a line. You can see what they're doing. I don't know how it works. I don't know who does it or what does it. I know that I'm not going to give up, and I'm going to race this channel as hard as I can. And all you people that are here, I've done one thing, I'll tell you this. Since the beginning of this channel, I made people blue. And I've always stuck with you guys. I've always stuck with the blue people, man. No matter how many new blue people I bring in, because I don't bring a lot in, no matter how many more subscriptions this channel gets, no matter how far and fast this channel grows, I've always been dedicated to the blue people, man. I've always kept the blue people right in my foresight, always, man, and I will continue to do so. What's up, Dale? I called you earlier, but you didn't answer your phone. As a matter of fact, Dale, I'm gonna get off here, and I'm gonna give you a call because I gotta go take a shower. I gotta get something to eat. I have 135 moderators out of 5.5 million viewers. Very little amount of moderators compared to how many people actually come to the channel. But a lot of people are like, hey, in the beginning I wanted 300 to 500. That's what I wanted. I want to create an army is what I'm trying to do. I really am trying to create an army. You think that I'm joking? I'm not joking. If I ever became rich, I will buy every one of the blue people a house. Give it to them. In one place, one location. We will have our own community. That's what I would do. Now, you might think that I'm stupid at doing so. It'd be my gift of giving back to the people that gave to me, man. Now, am I going to be able to do that? I don't know how far YouTube's going to take me. I know that I watched the LA Beast the other day, and I watched some of these YouTube creators. They've been streaming since 2006, 2007. And they just are now hitting million subs. So it takes a long time to get to where they are. But now they're superpowers of YouTube. But it's also taken them, what, 20 years to do so? 2008, 18, oh, it's 18 years it's taken them to get to their level. This is my first year, man. I don't know where we're going. I don't know where this channel's going, but you blue people will always be number one, motherfuckers. Oh, I said it. I'm getting off here, man. I will see you guys. Maybe later, maybe tomorrow. I don't know, but we got work to do. I'll